Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Monday the 9th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame, got up and around, got the dogs out, got to let them run around the yard a little bit, jumped in the hot tub for a nice little soak, like I do most mornings. Had my breakfast, a hard-boiled egg and a banana, which is kind of a strange breakfast for me. I usually don't eat breakfast at all, but lately I've been eating banana and a hard-boiled egg for breakfast. Not really sure why, but partly because I end up with some bananas. It's hard to find them down here to get them ripe at the right time that I want to eat them, so I end up with more bananas than I needed to be getting ripe at the same time. So I usually having a banana for breakfast, and I also have one as I go to take off on my run. I'll kind of eat a banana then too. So 2 bananas a day isn't going to hurt me any. So definitely worked out fine. So got there, wife came out, said goodbye. She headed off to work. She got everything her needed done, headed off, and went ahead and got out, got dressed, got the dogs back in, got them both fed, all that good fun stuff. Kind of hanging around the morning. One of the dogs was supposed to go home today. Actually wasn't going to go home till like the 12th, but their stuff had changed off. They had a surgery they had scheduled that got postponed because there's some complications and whatnot, so they couldn't do it. So I was like, no big deal. Had another dog getting dropped off in the morning for daycare, and I'd reached out and told her that I take my father-in-law to the doctor in the afternoon, and that dog loves car rides. He loves going to his doctor's appointments and stuff with me. And we go hang out there and walk around the building, and everyone's going out petting and stuff, whatnot. So it's usually good fun for him. So, but I told her I could make sure before she heads over to pick him up that I was back from the appointment. And she says, not a problem. We talked about possibly picking him up earlier. I said, the best I can do is, basically reach out to you on my way back to give you a heads up so you can pick him up whenever the time is, or I'll drop him off to you on the way through because she's not too far from my house. So it's safe for the hassle of me to go out since there was a little extra time. So went ahead and she agreed that made sense. So I set a reminder on my phone to reach out to her at what would be the earliest time I figured the doctor's appointment would be getting done at, and then another one about 40 minutes after that. So I figured worst case scenario, it'd be before I made it back. How long the appointment might take, I wouldn't be back at the house yet. So in case I missed one of the reminders, I'd see the other one. So, but yeah, had that going. Their dog was supposed to get picked up at noon. Got a call from them, or a text message from them, and basically they said that the husband's having some really weird complications medically, and they sent pictures, I guess, to the doctor's office, which was the doctor's office requested they go straight to either the ER or urgent care, I don't remember which, but they basically believed they were going to be admitting him into the hospital and didn't know how long that would take, or if he was coming home, or what was going to happen. So I told her, I said, hey, I'll watch the dog. I still have plenty of food. She planned on her being here until the 12th anyway. So don't worry about it. Just take care of him, and then we'll figure out pick up whenever we get it figured out. So, and by then, worst case scenario, if I got to keep it longer, we can get together and get more food and stuff. And she was like completely, it was like, oh my God, you're so helpful and whatever. And I was like, yeah, not a problem. Like, people come before dogs, like across the board, not a problem at all. So now I've got 3 dogs here. Then I was going to have 2, and then I remind her that if she comes to pick up afterwards, that I was going to have the doctor's appointment, had to take my father-in-law to in the evening. They said, yeah, we'll check and make sure that you're back. Depends what time we come out, if we come out at all. Everything was good there. So I was like, not a problem. And basically hung around with the dogs, got a few things done, tried working on my my irrigation well pump, because I've got a well that's mounted in the house that when I bought the house had an irrigation pump on it, and it's worked fine for 2 years. Actually worked fine for 20 plus years, where how long it's been there. But I never had touched it really. It worked all the time. I turned it off before the last 2 hurricanes, I think, like that. Had a couple little leaks and little spots I need to get fixed, and didn't think much about it. Wasn't too concerned. We had tons of rain, so it wasn't really a problem. So I actually flipped the breaker off to it, so I didn't have to worry about it at all. And apparently did not like that, because finally I tried to turn it on a couple weeks ago and it didn't work. So I gave it a couple tries, tried a couple things I found and couldn't find any help anything that was helpful to it. I tried giving it a whack like you would a car starter. I didn't help it. And I was like, oh, this sucks. So I went ahead, reached out to some people on Facebook the other day about anybody does well pumps for sprinklers and stuff, and local, that I knew through another group, through the Tom and Dan group, as opposed to just going like on Yellow Pages. And one of the guys, not really in my area, had reached out and said that he was on vacation, but he was back today. So he reached out and asked me what was going on. I told him. He said I'm kind of out of his area. He doesn't come this far over, but to get him some pictures and tell him what's going on, he might be able to help me just through text and photos and phone calls and stuff. And I said, absolutely, let's give it a try. So I sent him the stuff. He basically told me my pump is a rather oddball pump that his company doesn't deal with, but he recommended a pump for me. I told him what it was doing, and he told me he basically, originally it's kind of like, hey, probably want to just make sure it's got water in it. Pull the connector apart, top it off, make sure the pump is primed, but best way of putting it. And he said if it set that long, it might have unprimed itself, it might have drained out if there's a leak in the system, whatever. And if the well is running a little on the low side, maybe, especially sitting that long, could be a problem. So I said I will get to that tomorrow because it was late in the afternoon by the time I got that information. And as we went back and forth off and on throughout the day as he was working their jobs and stuff, so it was kind of a delayed response times back and forth. So I said I will get to that tomorrow, and I will reach out to you and see if we can't figure something out with it. So got a call from or got a text message from the dog getting picked up today. Turned out they sent the husband home, so they're going to come pick the dog up on the way. They asked if they could do it right now because they're now leaving the hospital, and I said absolutely, I'll see you in about 15 minutes. And about 20 minutes later they showed up, grabbed the dog, got the crate loaded up in the vehicle. We chatted a little bit, talked about what the complications are and what they need to do, and told them if they need me at all, I said if any way I can help, I will. Now, I can't guarantee I can always be there. The holiday season especially, I get pretty packed up, I get pretty full. So, but if there's in any way, shape, or form possible for me to assist in this, I 100% will. So they appreciated that. They headed home and going to get him some rest, and sounds like he's got a pretty big surgery coming up, which most likely means I'll be watching the dog for a good little chunk of time in that process as well. So who knows how long it'll take to get that surgery happening. So it seems like Karen's kneecap surgery is going to take way too long. So yeah, got that taken care of. Got a text from my wife saying my father-in-law wasn't feeling great and he was going to skip his doctor appointment today. So it's getting rescheduled, I think, for Thursday, Friday, I don't know. I think Friday. That's look. It's on the calendar. So, but yeah, I was like, oh, that sucks, because I had it set up today to handle it, and then I told everybody else around me I have to make changes. I have to, work around the schedule, and then because he doesn't feel great, I gotta read it all over on Friday. So that sucks. Plus, I'll spend the rest of half the day today thinking I'm late for the appointment, and that I'm, missing it. Kind of things my brain's told me to be ready to take him today, and all good fun stuff. So yeah, it happens. But other than that, pretty much just hung out. Like I said, trying to mess that, just little stuff here and there, and getting a few things accomplished, and all the good fun that comes with it. So went ahead and gave back. I called the other owner of the dog, the daycare, and said, hey, I'm actually not taking the dog to the doctor today, or my father-in-law to the doctor today, so you can pick your dog up anytime you want. And she said, cool. I said, let me know what time you're to pick up, we'll be good to go. So we hung around for the day. Dog's got some good play in. The Doberman and the Mastiff played real rough and had a good time and played some chase and really had fun. So hung around a little bit. Went ahead, talked to my wife. I said, hey, how do you feel about having just random leftovers? We got some orange chicken, we got some shrimp left, we got some rice left, we got some vegetables left, we got a bunch of random stuff that if we don't eat now, it will get thrown away, because I'm gonna make tacos next, and that's gonna be 2 days worth of tacos at least, and then that stuff's gonna be way too old. And she said, cool, let's do that. So made life a little easier there for me. So went ahead, gave back the daycare dog close to 5. It's like 4:30 or so. Came over, which is later than she ever picks the dog up. For somebody wanting to pick it up early, kind of confused me a little bit, but it's all good. So she gave the dog back, and it was good there. Went ahead, got changed for my running gear, went out and got my run in, and had myself a nice little run. Ran by one of the gentlemen's houses that actually borrowed a brake bleeder kit from when I was working on my truck, and nobody was home to help me pump the brakes.
and whatnot. So chatted with him for a little bit, talking about his brother's Camaro and some other stuff he was working on. So yeah, got back to the house, got myself a shower. I got home from work. We heated up all the leftovers, split it up, had ourselves a nice little meal, watched a little bit of the Inside Man, watched it with Ted Danson, and then from there headed back outside, chill out by the back patio with the dog, had myself a nice cigar, headed in finally, watched a little bit of Blue Bloods before my wife went right back to sleep because she was exhausted. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had for today. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.